Hello, everyone, and welcome to another movie review. I am happy that you can join me today. If you are new to this channel, click the subscribe button below for future notifications and updates. Click the like button to share this content with other movie fans. I was able to see an advanced screening of The Life of Chuck. It will be released in theaters in select cities on today, June 6th, and it will get a national theatrical release next Friday, the 13th. It is considered to be a sci-fi drama. It was written and directed by Mike Flanagan. The story was based on a short story by Stephen King. Yep, and it stars Tom Hiddleston, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Mark Hamill. The running time is 1 hour 50 minutes. The story is told backwards, in which Act 3 starts the film, and each act has a title. So Act 3 is titled Thank You, Chuck. Then it moves on to Act 2, titled Buskers, and the movie ends in Act 1, titled I Contain Multitudes. And the title of Act 1 was inspired by Walt Whitman's poem Song of Myself. Act 3 centers around Ejiofor's character, Marty Anderson, who is trying to find his ex-wife's house during a time in which the world seems to be coming to an end. And during this journey, Marty is trying to figure out who is Chuck. On his way to his ex-wife, he finds ads and billboards dedicated to thanking Chuck for a great 39 years. And so during Act 1, you figure out that Chuck is an accountant. But why is this person so important? Act 2 continues to leave you with your questions, while the narrator, played by comedian Nick Offerman, continues to tell Chuck's story. Then when we get to Act 1, we find out that Chuck is just an ordinary person who has lived a life like everyone else that is filled with moments of loss, joy, and epiphanies. There is much more to this story, but if you are interested in watching this movie, I would rather not give a lot away. So I am going to give this film 3.5 out of 5 stars. I saw this movie Monday evening. I wrote this movie review yesterday, Thursday, and it took me all of this week to come up with a fair grade. My initial reaction was Act 1 felt anticlimactic to me. I was wondering what was the point to this movie. However, I realized that if you told the story in order from Act 1 to Act 3, it would have been boring. So to switch the order around from Act 3 to Act 1 was actually a smart idea, in part because Chuck is an ordinary person, and in part because Act 3 is the only part of the movie that feels like a sci-fi movie. But when I meditated on it a little further, and I started thinking about the importance of the phrase, I contain multitudes, and the scene in the movie that explains that sentence, and why that scene was important to the story, I asked myself, suppose if Chuck's ordinary life is the point of the film? Suppose if the film is trying to teach us that everyone, regardless of how ordinary most people seem on the surface, suppose if we are all important one way or another. Suppose if the movie is poetry in motion, and therefore some people will understand the movie and some won't get it. I started writing poetry when I was 11, and over the years I have heard people say, hey, I don't understand this poem, you gotta explain it to me. And then you have poems out there that is open to various interpretations. And so when I think about Act 2, and I am wondering what is the point, I am guessing that some people are not going to like this film, and some will see it as a brilliant piece of work. And no one is really wrong whether you like the movie or not. So this is not going to work for everyone, and that's okay. So that is all for today, my friends. Thanks a lot for watching, as always, and I will see you next time with another movie review. So until then, have fun at the movies.